Can you please talk on the origin of the in-game expletive, Thal's Buddy Balls?
Yes. As you know, I like swearing.
I do know that about you.
Well, that's the thing, I mean, this is a fantasy world, and, we're talking about everyday people here who have this, they have hard lives, and they live these hard lives. They have to fight gigant toads to get their breakfast, and, I mean...
Protect their babies.
Protect their babies, calamities happening.
Left and right.
They have a hard job. It's almost all manual labor.
Right.
And so, I mean, people are going to swear because that's natural. That's a natural thing to do. I didn't want to, have the game be whitewashed.
Right.
You wanted to make it feel real by having people swear. And so I wanted to get as much swearing as possible. And I got that descriptor, language.
All because of you.
All because of me. Just put as much in as possible. And so, but yeah. And so, when you think about swearing in, on here on Earth, a lot of it is based on religion. I mean, you have your goddams and things like. It's basically
okay. Yeah,
blasphemy.
you don't need to make a list.
I'm going to stop there.
Okay.
But it's that blasphemy is part of putting strength behind those words. And so because Earth has 12 gods, it's like, hey, that's 12 gods we can use when we swear. And so when back in 1.0, working with Ewell-san on this, and he came to me with okay, I want to make 12 gods. Can you help me with the names? I was thinking, okay, the first thing I thought was okay, how can I use these names in some expletive? This is going to be awesome, expletive. I want to.
That's how you work.
Swear.
You work backwards.
Yeah, I work backwards. How can I swear with it?
Yeah, and then we go back from there.
And so I thought, okay, what do I want to use? Balls. I want to use balls. What rhymes with balls? And I was like, oh, can we call the god Thal? And he was like, I don't know, it's kind of short. I kind of want a longer name in Japanese. And so how about Nald Thal? And it's like, Nald Thal's bloody balls. I mean, no. It doesn't have the good ring to it.
It doesn't roll off your tongue, I guess.
I mean, so how about we make Nald Thal, we split it and make it like a double aspected god. So basically, before I mentioned anything, it was just a regular god that was going to be the god of the afterlife. And then I said, because I wanted to use Thal separately, so for Thal's bloody balls and Thal's balls, I made him a dual-aspected god. So that's how Nald Thal became dual-aspected, is so I could use Thal with Thal's balls.
I don't think we should be telling these stories. This is lifting a lot of the veil.
And another thing about Thal's balls...
One more?
Is that before we submitted the PlayStation 3 version to Sony, you have to submit it ahead of time so they can do a check, an in-game check. We didn't have all the translation done. One of the things that wasn't complete was the little balloon text that pops up when you run next to an NPC, and maybe a little balloon will pop up in it. And there was probably about 300 of those, and we hadn't finished any of it. But if you don't have text in there, then Sony will fail your master, and you have to go back and remake the game, and it costs a lot of money.
Okay.
And so I just put Thal's balls in 300 times. So every NPC that you talk about, Thal's balls, Thal's balls, Thal's balls. They just say, we passed, baby. We passed the Sony test. They accepted us. Thal's balls.
I wish I knew these answers ahead of time so I could prepare myself mentally for them. All right. What